Well, undoubtedly, the other big story today, essential services like transport and banking have been hit or crippled across India, with close to 15 crore workers belonging to 10 central trade unions going on a nationwide strike to protest against new labour laws proposed by the Modi government. The unions are demanding that the government drop its plans of disinvesting public sector companies. They also are opposing measures that are likely to reduce the influence of trade unions and make the labour market more flexible. The nationwide strike was called by 10 major trade unions after talks with Finance Minister Arun Jaitley broke down last week. The unions have presented a list of 12 demands, including the fixing of a minimum wage of 15,000 rupees per month, withdrawal of proposed changes in labour laws, universal social security cover, and urgent measures to contain price rise and unemployment.
The 10,000 taxis, that is Kali-Pili taxis of Mumbai, are off the road on day 2 also. Right now I'm standing at Worli, near Worli ceiling, and you can see that the taxis are here parked and there are no drivers in that.
I want to go straight across to India today. Is Kamaljit Sandhu reporting from the national capital that hasn't been able to duck the effects of this nationwide strike as well. Kamal, bring us up to date. This is a strike that has affected parts, all parts of India. Delhi has had its share as well. Take us through what we've seen through the day and the impact.
Well, Shiv, 10 unions have called for a strike, but remember what happened in Delhi was that there was an auto as well as a taxi union strike, which was against the Delhi government's move. They were saying this is about price fares, but that really impacted the transport as far as transport is concerned. And remember, many of the key areas, which included the airport as well as the railway stations, were crippled as passengers who wanted to fly from one place to the other could not do so. But remember, overall, as far as trade union is concerned, there wasn't much of an impact except for those states which are ruled by the left or the Congress-ruled states. But here in Delhi, what we've seen is a sort of a ripple effect because of the strike of the trade unions, especially the transporters, against the Aam Aadmi Party. And that's how this entire effort of the trade union really got shot in the arm, because this was a double whammy, this was a double effort. One is the trade union strike, which didn't see much of an impact. But yes, with transporters going on strike, that saw a major effect. And Delhi being the capital city, almost crippled because of little transport on roads. We've seen a little bit of autos and taxis coming back on the road, but this is only because of pressure. But mostly throughout the day, we saw very little movement of taxis as well as autowalas.
Thanks, Kamal, for getting us that update. The thing is, this isn't, confined to any one part of the country, and that really is the problem here. We saw what's happened in Bengal as well. There were violent scenes. If we can put up those images on our screen of some of the violence we saw in Bengal as clashes took place between political, parties, the Trinamool and the left. There you have on your screen on the top left-hand side in Murshidabad. Extensive violence, lots of injuries and a big crackdown. I want to get a live report from India Today's Manogya Loiwal on what happened in Bengal today. Manogya, the impact of the strike, if you could sum it up for us, in a minute, what really happened?
Well, it has been a day when the normal life has taken a complete hit as far as districts are concerned. It has been even worse than the city. SUCI as well as other trade unions had protested here in Kolkata, and that's the reason why the protest continued for a few hours in the morning. And the people preferred staying indoors. Remember, there was a condition as far as Murshidabad is concerned where there were clashes between CPIM and Trinamool Congress, where the police had to resort to lathi charge for a while. Several were injured. The mayor in Siliguri has been arrested, who's a CPIM senior leader, Ashok Bhattacharya. Besides that, there have been reports of action and violence from Malda, Murshidabad, North 24 Parganas, South 24 Parganas, Birbhum, as well as the city surrounding areas in Howrah district also. The whole day has been an action-packed day.
And most of this action was, centered around West Bengal, and that's one of the reasons, because of the political temperature surrounding trade unions and this nationwide strike, Manogya.
Well, it's more of a turf war also in Bengal. Remember, there will be elections next year. So for CPIM to regain ground as a main opposition party here in Bengal is extremely important. They have been trying their level best. Remember, the last week we saw Navanno Abhijan, where there was a lot of bloodshed also because several leaders were injured in that. And that itself was a reason for CPIM to fight back and also establish themselves as a major opposition. And this is the time when the party is not only fighting at all levels, but also trying to establish itself in the rural Bengal, which has been a stronghold till now.
All right, Manogya, thanks very much. We're going to try and get some figures of just how much this strike has affected India, how much it has cost you and me, the public. What amount of money has gone out of our pockets in terms of the loss of production, the loss of productivity because of those 10 unions actually going on strike based on their demands with the Modi government. Quick break here on the news. Much more coming up on the other side. Stay with the news.